Back during the Second World War, there was nothing less than high stress surrounding everyone involved. The Allied side was at a loss. They had no idea where the enemy side would end up next or their plans for the future. The Allied powers knew they had to do something, and quickly. With the motive of what needed to be done in mind, the opponents that could change everything approached. A famous machine used by Germans under the name Enigma. A machine used to transmit German plans in coded messages in a selection of over 15 billion ways, changing the encryption every week and sometimes every day, making it seemingly impossible for other nations and countries to crack the codes during the war. Enter Adair, a 19-year-old girl who would help hand in hand with others to create history. Adair, raised in southwestern Ontario, had arrived one day at the Government Code and Cipher School in Bletchley Park in England and met Sir Hugh Alexander, the head of code-breaking operations.
We understand that you'd like to join us here. We call the people here the family.
What will I ever do? I've never been to a university before.
That's quite alright. Would you like some time to think about it?
That would be very nice.
How about 5 minutes?
Despite being unable to type, Adair got a job signing immediately. She sat in a cramped building which went under the name Hut 8, learning and working daily to decipher the German codes with an invention called the bombe, made by Alan Turing. He was the most famous cryptologist in this operation and credited with cracking the Enigma, with the help of Adair and other names including Rolf Nosquith and Sean Wiley. The bombe machine worked hard, using drums and wires to constantly work towards cracking the codes, even uncoding 2 messages every minute. The rattling of the machine continued, and with every hour passing with the code still uncracked, lives were being lost in the war. It wasn't until July 9th, 1941, when the world seemed to go silent. The rattling stopped. The cryptologist knew what it meant. The code was finally broken. From then on, the bombe machine gave lots of information to the Allies, such as the infamous U-boat example. U-boats were preying on the North Atlantic convoys, which held essential supplies needed for Britain. U-boats were sinking so many of these important ships that it would lead to the starvation of Britain if nothing changed. Alan Turing, with the help of Adair and the others, were able to crack the U-boat communications and reveal their locations, and to stop our convoys from being hit. If this had not happened, the D-Day landings could have been delayed a year or longer, and could have led to 14 to 21 million more deaths than there already were. So in the end, a group of tech-savvy people came together to help in ways that remain extremely unappreciated. If it wasn't for Alan Turing, Adair and the others, the outcome of the war could have been extremely different today.